My name is Ashraf Jamal, and I'm on the board of the ARAK Collection, back in Doha for yet another iteration and another adventure with a new set of fellows, in this case come from Zimbabwe, South Africa, and Namibia. The concerns for the next 5 months will be around the nature of archives, how bodies and history and mobility converge to reinvent and express the stories, in this case, of artists from Kenya and South Africa. Another great project is one that focuses on the idea of nationhood. What is it? How does it operate? What are its parameters? Is it in fact a viable condition and state? So here the matter is Namibia. What is Namibia? Who's Namibia? How does the rest of Africa see Namibia as for the rest of the world? Is it a tabula rasa? Is it a skeleton coast? Is it the life of cities? Again, a great adventure over the next 6 months. We'll be focusing on trying to find how artists deal and narrate the story. Then we have the very interesting blur between figuration and abstraction, which is the focus of another fellow's work. Here the matter is, what is portraiture? Again, can one capture the idea of selfhood? What is the black self, the black body, the black identity? Is such a thing a thing? Or is it yet another category imposed from outside? And how does black life manifest itself in abstraction, in media res, inside of a void, as opposed to some categorical imperative? So these are the three new fellowship adventures that are moving on. In addition to that, ARAK is pleased to announce that it is on the verge of submitting a major book on its collection, a collection that comprises 4,000 artworks by over 200 artists across the entirety of sub-Saharan Africa. I would like to insist here on the uniqueness and the vivacity of this collection, because it doesn't fall victim to commodified ideas of Africa, or as the saying goes, contemporary African art, which is actually retailed and brokered globally, primarily in the West. No, these are artists who are relatively unknown, who are not part of the history books, whose idea of making is so fresh, so eclectic, so hybrid, so intertextual, that it breaks down the fetish and fantasy of isolation and purity and essence. So it makes you realize that Africa has always been part of a greater world, a bigger adventure, and that in fact, without Africa, the rest of global civilization cannot survive. Africa is the coalface, the epicenter, the heart of a new civilization, a new global life change. Because as we now face aggression, hatred, brutality, nationalism, fiefdoms, and fascism, we need examples of life and art that allow us to believe in a planetary humanism. This is the great adventure of ARAK. This is the story of its new book. This is the mark and singularity and determination of its fellows and its fellowships program. Thank you.